Hello everyone, this is Swap here to go over another Iceberg. This time it's of a Ultimate Super Smash Bros. Iceberg, which unlike my last Iceberg video which I covered my own original one, this one was originally made by a user named SilentChatterbox52 on the Iceberg Charts website. Which in the time that I am making this video, it hasn't been updated since August of last year. I will have a link to the original Iceberg in the description of this video. I would like to address the complaints that I have in my last video and say that the volume ratio between my audio and the background music should be better and mixed compared to how I had it in my other video. And also you should know that the way that I sound here is just how my voice is in general. Now, as for why I am making this Iceberg video is because of how I have very much been a fan of the Smash series for a long time, since around the time Brawl newly came out. Past the release of Brawl, I have known and experienced through the hype and speculation of this series, with the titles Smash 4 and Ultimate, so I would like to express some knowledge that I have through this Iceberg. I also want to do this because this is sort of like a challenge, not just through research, but also with how this is an Iceberg that includes 571 entries within it. Anyway, let's go on into the Ultimate Super Smash Bros. Iceberg, starting with the first layer, titled the Skyworld. Waluigi. Waluigi is a character from the Mario series who have very much been requested in Smash, but has been very much disconfirmed multiple times as an assist trophy, with Smash creator Masahiro Sakurai even mentioning before how he is not made into a playable fighter despite many fans wanting him. When he was disconfirmed again for Smash Ultimate, there was more of an outcry for him not being made playable, which sparked a whole lot of memes about it. Geno. Geno, like Waluigi, is a character from the Mario series, specifically Super Mario RPG, who has been very much requested a lot in Smash since before Brawl was released. He was highly anticipated to be made into a fighter in Smash Ultimate, following other requested characters made playable, and having a DLC Mii costume of him made in the last game, but he was instead made as a spirit in the base game. Throughout most of the DLC cycle, some fans still had hope for Geno being added, but by the time the Sephiroth character presentation premiered, Geno was revealed as a Mii costume, which disconfirmed him for good. Generic anime sword fighters. This is something that some Smash fans have claimed there are too many of added within Smash Ultimate. Before this claim, people used to just say that there are too many sword fighters in Smash, but I guess this has partially evolved into too many anime sword fighters. I personally feel that the people arguing this don't really understand that there is such a thing as different fighting styles, and I feel like they have definitely never played either Soul Calibur or Samurai Showdown. Hoes Mad. Hoes Mad is a phrase that originated from a song of the same name made by Famous Dex back in 2015. This phrase started to become a meme in 2019, and since then has been used within the Smash community when a character gets added that other people didn't think or wanted to be within the game. Steve crashed Twitter. On the morning of October 1st, 2020, Steve from Minecraft was revealed live. When Steve was revealed live, it has caused Twitter to crash due to so many people going on the site over how surprising this reveal was.
Falcon Punch!
This is what the character Captain Falcon says when he does his neutral special attack of the same name. This line or attack is very well known among a lot of fans. 20XX. 20XX is a meme that derives from what a Melee tournament commentator named Chris Alexander has said during the Big House Free tournament in 2013. Later on, this claim was made into a copy pasta in response to a Reddit post asking what the 20XX reference is. Shine. Shine is a name fans have given for the down specials for Fox, Falco, and Wolf. The official naming of these characters' down specials is called the Reflector. Wave dashing. Wave dashing is a type of tech that is popularly used in the competitive scene of Melee. To wave dash, a player would have to dodge diagonally while pressing jump, which will cause the player to slide on the ground. Chain grabbing. Chain grabbing is a type of tech that can be used in the older Smash titles, where a character is able to constantly grab and throw them in a particular direction that will allow the players to grab them again and do the same throw again and repeat. Wobbling. Wobbling is a type of tech that can originally be done with the Ice Climbers in Melee and Brawl. With this tech, it allows the secondary Ice Climber to hit the opponent while the main Ice Climber can still hit them, causing the player to be able to infinitely hit the other character as long as they could until the Ice Climber player throws them down. L canceling. L canceling is a type of tech that can be done in Melee and, like wave dashing, is popularly used in the competitive scene. This tech would allow the players to have less in lag from an aerial attack close to the ground. 5 Gods of Melee. Within the Melee competitive scene, there are 5 well-known players who are considered the 5 Gods of Melee due to them being some of the best competitive Melee players out there. These 5 players include Mewtwo King, Hungrybox, Armada, Mango, and PPMD. Wombo Combo. Wombo Combo refers to the name of a popular competitive Melee video, as well as the combo performed within the clip. This clip has long been a meme within the Smash community and the internet in general. OP characters. The Smash series has had some OP or overpowered characters throughout its titles, such as Fox in Melee, Meta Knight in Brawl, and Bayonetta in Smash 4. These are some characters that are either broken and or have ultimately dominated the competitive scene of their own respective Smash titles. Hashtag Free Melee. This was a hashtag that was thrown around when Nintendo sent a cease and desist to the Smash tournament organization, the Big House, for using the online Melee hack called Slippy for an online Melee tournament. The Free Melee hashtag was used around social media because of how many fans were unhappy about Nintendo canceling a tournament that was set up so competitive players can play with each other during the 2020 pandemic. Hashtag Thank You Sakurai. This was an hashtag that was used around social media following the reveal of the final Smash Ultimate DLC fighter, Sora. This was obviously used to thank the series creator for adding Sora into Smash. Project M. Project M is a hack for Brawl that made the gameplay more like Melee, while also adding stuff like stages and costumes. The support for this Brawl hack was eventually over in late 2015, with the last version being version 3.6. Ridley is too big. This is an argument that has been made about why the character Ridley from Metroid can't be a fighter in Smash, with even Sakurai originally arguing the same point. Even after he was disconfirmed for Smash Ultimate as a stage boss, and Sakurai saying that he wouldn't work as a fighter, fans still highly requested him to be made playable, which led to him being one of the several fan requested characters that was added into Smash Ultimate.
I'm really feeling it!
This is a line said by the character Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. It became more well known as a meme when it became a line he says in his reveal trailer for Smash 4, and it was also being used as one of his taunts. The Subspace Emissary. The Subspace Emissary is an adventure mode created for Brawl that had you go through levels and some boss battles, along with having a story that includes most of the fighters within the game. World of Light. World of Light is practically Smash Ultimate's own adventure mode where you start with just Kirby and having to go through paths that have you go up against different spirit battles and gaining more fighters as you go on. No items, Fox only, Final Destination. This is a meme that derives from some old MS Paint comics from 2007. This joke is based on how a lot of competitive Smash would have players mainly play as Fox while on Final Destination with no items, of course. Marth's Grab Range. In Melee, Marth has a long grab range despite his grabbing animation being animated in short range. This fact is pretty much been a meme. Smash Ballot. The Smash Ballot is an official ballot that started on April 1st, 2015 following a Nintendo Direct and ended on October 3rd, 2015 throughout most of the time Smash 4 was having DLC. With this, fans were able to type in what characters did they want to be in Smash. This Smash Ballot did end up getting utilized in the following Smash title, Smash Ultimate. Settle it in Smash. This is said within the TV commercials for Smash 3DS where someone suddenly says,
"Settle it in Smash!"
following a certain situation that is had. This is what Ganondorf says when he does his side smash in Smash Ultimate. This Ganondorf voice line, along with how people have liked to spam this particular smash attack, had been a meme online. Sephiroth Challenge. The Sephiroth Challenge was a mode added to version 10 of Smash Ultimate where players were able to have the DLC fighter Sephiroth early before he was fully released by fighting against him like he is a boss. This mode was available from December 17th to the 22nd, 2020, which is the day that Sephiroth was meant to be fully released. Tripping. Tripping is a game mechanic that was added to Brawl that would make characters have a possible chance in actually tripping when performing a move. This mechanic was viewed negatively by many fans, which likely made it be removed in future Smash titles. Custom Moves. Smash 4 originally added character customization that would allow players to give different fighters custom special attacks. Each fighter within the base game would have 3 sets of custom special moves, including the original special moves. Third-party Mii costumes. Smash 4 and Ultimate have included some third-party Mii costumes as DLC. In Smash Ultimate, they decided to add more special-looking third-party Mii costumes, such as Sans, Cuphead, and Vault Boy. Smash Taunts. In every Smash title, characters are able to do taunt animations that people usually like to do after KOing a player or just simply to mock them. KK Slider. KK Slider is a character from Animal Crossing who since Brawl has appeared on either the stages Smashville or Town and City on Saturday nights while playing one of 6 different KK Slider songs from the original Animal Crossing. Fan games. There are several Smash Bros. Fan games made, such as Super Smash Flash 1 and 2 and Super Smash Bros. Crusade. These fan games generally feature some characters that are not playable officially in Smash, such as Chibi Robo, Rystar, Goku, and Mr. Incredible. Smash clones. Throughout the years, there have been some games made that play similar to Smash Bros. This includes such games as PlayStation All-Stars, Rivals of Ether, Icon's Combat Arena, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. The creation of these type of titles helped coin the platform fighter subgenre of fighting games. Now let's move on to the next layer of the iceberg, titled The Summit. Ultimate's missing stages. Smash Bros. Ultimate includes almost 100 different stages from all of the past Smash titles. But it does exclude some past stages, such as Melee Mute City, Rainbow Road, and the Woolly World stage from Smash Wii U. The Grinch Leak. Around late October of 2018, there was an image leak floating around of a banner that includes the Everyone Is Here artwork, but with some supposed new characters that haven't been officially revealed yet, such as Shadow, Banjo-Kazooie, Isaac from Golden Sun, Ken, Mach Rider, Geno, and the Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven. This was a pretty divisive leak among the Smash fandom, since there were a lot of people that had some good reasons to think that it was real or that it was fake. But through the final Smash Ultimate Direct on November 1st, the leak was deemed fake through the reveal of Ken and Incineroar as the remaining base roster fighters and revealing characters such as Isaac returning as an assist trophy. Boxing Ring Titles. In both Smash 4 and Ultimate, the boxing ring stage would have the giant screen in the background that would sometimes show 2 portraits of the fighters with a title on them based on who the character is. Pokemon Stadium 2 Cat. Within the ice variant of the Pokemon Stadium 2 stage, there is a picture of a cat that can be seen in the cabin in the background. This picture can be seen in all versions of Pokemon Stadium 2, and it is unknown where the picture is from. Sakurai's wife designs the menus. For all of the Smash titles, Masahiro Sakurai's wife, Michiko Sakurai, has helped design the menus. She has also helped design the menus for Sakurai's other titles that isn't Smash. Luigi Ladder. The Luigi Ladder is something that players are able to do in every Smash title since Melee, where if 2 players are Luigi and take turns using Luigi's up special, both Luigi players will be able to reach to the top of the screen. Rage. Rage is a mechanic introduced in Smash 4 where when a player gets over 100% damage, smoke will appear out of their character portrait and their attacks will have an increase in knockback towards opponents. Rollback. Rollback netcode is something that players have wanted to be in Smash Ultimate to make the game have better online. But according to Sakurai, there was consideration in having rollback netcode or something similar to it, but there were issues implementing it into the game. Randall. Randall is the name given to the cloud platform that appears on the sides of the Yoshi's Story stage in Melee and Ultimate. Moveset changes between games. There are a whole lot of moveset changes between all of the same games. The simplest one I can give an example to would be how Mario went from having the tornado as his down special to instead having Flood, or how Pit had most of his specials changed to being moves based off of Kid Icarus Uprising. Online versus offline. Smash Bros. Ultimate's online generally has more input lag than when playing the game offline. Offline Ultimate generally has 6 frames of input delay, while online Ultimate can have twice the amount. Sakurai's Kirby bias. Some people have believed that Sakurai has generally displayed his own Kirby bias in Smash since he is the original creator of Kirby. People believe this through how much Kirby, Dedede, and Meta Knight appear in the Subspace Emissary story, and how Kirby was made the only character to survive from Galeem in the beginning of World of Light. Dedede is voiced by Sakurai. Masahiro Sakurai has been the voice actor for King Dedede ever since he was a fighter in Brawl. Kojima begged Sakurai to add Snake. During the development of Melee, Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima has actually begged Sakurai to put Snake into the game, but Melee was already late into development. Snake was eventually added into Brawl. Link Sword Beams. When Link is at 0% in Smash Ultimate, he will be able to shoot beams from his sword, much like what he's able to do throughout the Zelda games when he is at full health. Link and Hero's Shields. Both the Link characters and Hero have an ability to block projectiles using their shield that is in front of themselves in their idle stance. Link's double arrows. In Smash Ultimate, one of Link's arrows can stay on the ground after one is shot. Link can pick this one arrow up and then use it along with another arrow when doing his arrow special attack. Choosing victory poses. In Smash 4 and Ultimate, players can choose their character's victory poses by pressing up, left, or right on the D-pad. Bayonetta didn't really win the Smash Ballot. People have speculated that Bayonetta really didn't win the Smash Ballot, or at least wasn't as highly requested from the ballot as Sakurai has originally said. People believe this through some data that was found of version 1.0.6 of Smash 4, which was released on April 15th, that had parameters for Zero Suit following the rest of the fighters, likely meaning to serve as a basis for Bayonetta. This meant that Bayonetta was actually decided on at least 2 weeks into the Smash Ballot, which makes the assumption that Bayonetta really wasn't ever a ballot choice character, even if they say that she was chosen among realizable characters. The announcer voices Master Hand. Throughout all of the Smash titles, the different announcers have been the voice for Master Hand as well as Crazy Hand.
Ready? Go!
Wiimote sounds. When you pick a character in Smash Bros. Brawl using a Wiimote, different sounds will come out of it based on which character you choose.
Yoshi! Mario! Link! Zelda!
Phantom Hit. A phantom hit is when a character's attack doesn't do as much damage on a character based on how far away they are from them. Phantom Footstool. A phantom footstool is when a player does a footstool jump while the other player does an attack. Two-Flame Punish. A two-flame punish is a technique in Smash 4 where a player can hit their opponent within 2 flames before they are able to grab on a ledge. No Johns. No Johns is a phrase used in competitive Smash when someone makes an excuse to why they have lost a match. This phrase was referenced in a video with the then Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé about Melee Evo 2014. Butterfly C3. Butterfly C3 is when a player uses Snake's down special bombs to launch up and get back on the stage. Plasma Breath Recoil Damage. When a player hits Ridley's mouth as he charges his plasma breath, he will take damage based on how much he is charging it. Richter says Dracula in his sleep. When Richter is put to sleep, he actually mumbles out Dracula. Dracula. Characters taking damage in water. In Smash Ultimate, some characters can take damage in water such as Inkling, Sonic, and Incineroar, or Charizard since he is also a fire type. Terry's Stamina KO Animation. When Terry is KO'd in a stamina match, his hat will fly off. This is supposed to be a reference to how Terry is KO'd in the original Fatal Fury. Snake's Ass Nerf. In Brawl, Snake originally seemed to have a defined looking buttocks. In Smash Ultimate, his butt was made more flat, which made some fans not happy about it, therefore it became a meme. DLC Privilege. DLC Privilege is what some Smash players have considered some DLC fighters that are very good or overpowered. These include DLC fighters such as Cloud and Bayonetta in Smash 4, and Joker and Steve in Smash Ultimate. Kirby is canonically the strongest character. When comparing each Smash character based on their abilities and what they have canonically done, Kirby would be the most powerful one out of all of them. This is because of how Kirby has been able to defeat godlike beings in some of the Kirby titles. Scrimblow Bimblow. Scrimblow Bimblow was a meme made back in 2021 that was meant to make fun of how fans would get mad at a JRPG character getting added instead of some platformer character like Crash Bandicoot. There was also another name made up to describe JRPG characters as Popular McJRPG Guy. Black Sakurai. Around mid-2018, if you were to search who created Kirby on Google, you would see the name Masahiro Sakurai, but the picture next to it is of some large black man instead of Sakurai himself. This glitch was eventually fixed. Now let's move on to the next layer of the iceberg, titled Icicle Mountain. Pyra and Mythra censorship. When Pyra and Mythra were added as fighters in Smash Ultimate, their designs were more censored than how they looked originally in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Mythra's censored design was actually first used when she was a spirit in the base game and became an alternate costume for her in Xenoblade 2. Sora's trailer is based on Lifelight. It's possible that the reveal trailer for Sora is actually based on the lyrics of Smash Ultimate's main theme, Lifelight. Here is a part of the trailer along with the original song lyrics.
On that day when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes did a fading sunrise in the dark, glimmering
The Forbidden 7. The Forbidden 7 are 7 supposed characters that were cut from Brawl based on some character data that was found in the game's data. These 7 characters were Mewtwo, Roy, Dr. Mario, Dixie Kong, Toon Zelda, Toon Sheik, and for the last one, people have believed it to be Prussel and Minun from Pokemon. For the last character, there is a chance that the file that people thought was referring to Prussel and Minun is actually meant to say and represent every player, since the words Pry and Mai can translate to player and every in Japanese. Isabelle Assist Trophy Glitch. Around the time Smash Ultimate was newly released, people discovered a glitch where if 2 Isabelles use their fishing rod to get an assist trophy at the same time, one of them will get it, but the one Isabelle who has it will constantly spawn the same assist trophy over and over again until the player gets hit by another player. This glitch was eventually fixed in the version 2 update of Smash Ultimate. Sakurai's Drawer. Sakurai has said that he uses figures of different characters to help design how they would look in Smash. Within the Pyro and Myth representation, he said that he hides figures of unreleased fighters in a locked drawer, which made some fans speculate on characters based on whether if there was a figure for them or not. Fergabin. Fergabin is a known leaker who has made rumors regarding Smash Ultimate's roster that have become true. He was right about multiple characters being added into the game before release, such as the Ice Climber's return, Snake's return, the inclusion of Ridley, Simon Belmont, Isabelle, Ken, and Incineroar. He has also said before Smash Ultimate's release that there would be Minecraft content in the game in some form, which took a while after the game's release to become true, but some people have thought that he was being lucky to have eventually been right about that prediction. 7-Eleven leaks. There used to be Smash Ultimate ads that were displayed in Japanese 7-Elevens. These 7-Eleven ads generally have a date of when they are to be taken down, which helped fans to figure out when the next DLC fighter will be revealed. Sonic and Tails in Melee. On April 1st, 2001, the Electronic Gaming Monthly magazine made an article saying that Sonic and Tails would be in the game as secret characters in Melee. This was eventually found out to be an April Fool's joke, and Sonic wouldn't be made playable until Brawl. Toad in Melee. Around November of 2002, a website claimed that Toad was an unlockable character in Melee, and that he can only be unlocked when hitting all of the names in the game's credit sequence. This was eventually found to not be true since there was never any data to be found of a playable Toad within the game. Rayman Smashified. On February 14, 2015, there were supposedly leaked pictures of Rayman as a DLC fighter in Smash 4. These pictures were then followed by a supposed video of the character select screen with Rayman, and then the next day, it was revealed to be fake by Artsy Omni. This fake leak was made in promotion of Artsy Omni's Smashified series. Rayman in Battlefield. Around mid-2019, people have noticed that part of the ice within the background of Battlefield in Smash Ultimate looks like Rayman's face, which some fans have actually believed that he was actually frozen within the ice, and it was a hint of him becoming playable. This belief was obviously not true, and what looks like Rayman's face is just a reflection from the ice. Alucard and Decidueye in Ultimate. Within different interviews, Sakurai have stated that Alucard and Decidueye were considered as playable characters for Smash Ultimate. he ultimately decided to add Simon and Richter instead of Alucard because he thought fans would prefer them. He also decided to add Incineroar instead of Decidueye because he really wanted to put a wrestling-based fighter in Smash. Melee was rushed. Smash Bros. Melee was only in development in 13 months. With this short development time, the game was definitely rushed, especially with how many types of glitches that can be found within the game. Daisy's third eye. Originally in Melee, if you make the camera go through the Daisy trophy's hair, you can see a third eye of hers. Yo-Yo glitch. In Melee, there is a glitch with Ness's yo-yo up smash, where if a character is hit with the first hit of the yo-yo when Ness is charging it, the hitbox will remain in a spot until Ness touches it. With this, a Ness player would be able to make their opponents get hit between where Ness is and where the hitbox is. Invisible ceiling glitch. There is another glitch in Melee where if a player shields at one of the sides of the stage and another player hits it, the player who hits the other player's shield will have invisible ceiling knockback in the air whenever they are hit. Jigglypuff Bridge of Elden glitch. In Brawl, there is a glitch where if Jigglypuff does her final smash within where the bridge is reforming, the final smash will stop and Jigglypuff will still be in giant form. Yoshi's Akuma reference. Throughout the Smash series, one of Yoshi's victory poses is him punching and then turning back facing right. This could possibly be a reference to a pose that Akuma from Street Fighter makes when he performs his Raging Demon Super and then is turned back and facing right. Sex Kick. A sex kick refers to a character that does an aerial that has both their leg and arm out. Rob regional differences. In Smash 4 and Ultimate, Rob's default color schemes are different based on what regional version of the game it is. In Western regions, Rob's default colors are gray and white, while in Japan, Rob's default colors are red and white. This is a reference to how the original Rob toy had different color schemes based on the NES and Japanese Famicom. ESRB leak. On mid-August of 2014, there were multiple images spread around that were of Smash 3DS, and they show that what it seems to be the final character roster as well as the final stage roster for Smash 3DS. Much later, gameplay footage was leaked of Smash 3DS that were originally only seen as images, then not long after, more images came out that showed many different trophies from the game. This leak, like the Grinch leak, was pretty polarizing within the Smash community based on what characters it includes and how the quality of the images looked like, but on August 29th, the character Shulk was revealed with the same artwork as seen in the image leaks, therefore confirming the whole leak to be real. Ding Dong. Ding Dong is a nickname given to an aerial combo that can be done with Donkey Kong in Smash 4. To do this, the DK player would have to grab on the other player, then up throw them in the air, and lastly use an up air against them to potentially knock them out. Hoo-Ha. Hoo-Ha is another nickname given to an aerial combo in Smash 4, except it's for Diddy Kong. To do this, the Diddy Kong player would have to grab another player, then down throw them and do an up air to potentially knock the other player out. Hungry Box Crab Incident. During a Melee tournament around April of 2019, competitive Melee player Hungry Box was winning the grand finals, and then suddenly afterwards, someone throws a dead crab at him. Hungrybox was very much mad at this and demanded to know who threw it. The person who threw it was identified and then banned from the event. Deep Weapon. Deep Weapon was a bot parody account on Twitter that is based on the controversial Smash player Weapon. The Deep Weapon bot account would take various online statements that Weapon has made on social media and reword them to sound more humorous. Blue line or DI line. The DI line is the direction in which a player flies off of when with someone else's attack. People can tell what their DI line is in Smash Ultimate through looking at the smoke that comes out of the player as they are flying off. Shoto debate. People seem to have debated on what the word Shoto means. Some people seem to think that it means a main character of a fighting game or a character who throws projectiles and have an uppercut. The real truth to all of this is that a Shoto refers to fighters when have a Hadouken, a Shoryuken, and a Tatsumaki like Ryu and Ken. Ultimate's missing costumes. Smash Ultimate has some character costumes that were cut from the previous titles. Few examples include Mario's Fireflower and Wario costumes and Yoshi's black color costume. Infinite Dimensional Cape Glitch. This is a glitch that can be done as Meta Knight in Brawl using a GameCube controller. This is a glitch that can be done when Meta Knight does his dimensional cape on the ground, and the player then hits up on the C-stick quickly, which will cause him to not appear for a longer time. Yoshi Egg Parry. In the early Smash titles, you can do a particular parry with Yoshi's Egg Shield. Yoshi's shield can be used to parry when having Yoshi use his shield within the first 4 frames of an opponent's attack, which will be then blocked by Yoshi. Sora was a miracle. Sakurai has explained before that it was unlikely for Sora to get added due to having to work with 2 other companies, being Disney and Square Enix. Luckily, they did get him in, which is why the second Fighter Pass has 6 characters. Ridley Glide. When looking through Ridley's code, it seems that he was originally going to have a glide like what some characters had back in Brawl. But upon further inspection, it's possible that this was taken from Charizard's data from Brawl, since both of the data look similar, meaning that Charizard was used as a basis for Ridley. Costume inconsistencies. There seems to be some inconsistencies with the alternate costumes in Smash. One example I think of would be how almost all the Pokemon characters have an alternate costume that is meant to resemble their shiny form, but Lucario doesn't have any costume that resembles his shiny form, or really no such costume that references anything. Kazuya Level 9 CPU. A level 9 Kazuya in Smash Ultimate has been known for being very difficult to fight against due to it being able to know all of Kazuya's commands, which to a lot of players is hard to remember. Respect your elders. Before doing a melee money match with Leffen during Apex 2015, the competitive player Chillin made a diss track towards him titled Respect Your Elders. This diss track didn't really age well since Chillin was easily defeated in a match against Leffen with a score of 5-0. Nintendo Consoles and Trophy Collection Background. Within the background of the trophy room in Melee, you can see Nintendo's past consoles within the shelves. Meteor Smashes vs Spikes. The terms Meteor Smash and Spike mean 2 different things in Smash Bros. Melee. A Meteor Smash is an attack that sends players down, but the player can recover from it. A spike is an attack that sends players straight down, but the player will not be able to recover at all. Meteor canceling. Meteor canceling is a type of tech that can be done in Melee, where a player is able to get out of being KO'd from a meteor smash using a jump or an up special. Sonic Delayed Brawl. Brawl was originally meant to be released on December 3rd, 2007, but then on October 11th, it was announced that Brawl was being delayed to next year. This announcement was made following the reveal of Sonic being added as a fighter, which according to Sakurai, was a last-minute inclusion to the game. This possibly meant that Sonic's inclusion was partially why Brawl was delayed. Toby Fox beat Sakurai. Sakurai has claimed publicly following the reveal of the Sans Mii costume that he had invited Undertale creator Toby Fox to his house and played Smash Bros. Sakurai had said that he was really good at the game and has beaten him plenty of times. Sakurai Angle. The Sakurai Angle is a particular angle that fighters fly off from based on how much damage they have. Mexican store broke Ultimate's street date. Around late November of 2018, some copies of Smash Ultimate were released early in Mexico. With this, people were able to already know more of what is in the game, from what spirits are included in the game to what music tracks does the game have. Character-specific victory quotes. In Smash Ultimate, certain characters will say a specific quote in their victory screen based on who they have defeated. Some examples of this include what Lucina says when beating Marth and what Fox says when beating Falco.
This is the Hero King.
Better luck next time, Falco.
Roy debuted in Melee. In Melee, the character Roy was included to promote the game Fire Emblem The Binding Blade, which was going to be released on March 29, 2002 in Japan, 4 months after Melee's first release. This makes Melee Roy's first debut game before his own. Melee HD. Melee HD is something that fans have wanted Nintendo to make, but will most likely never make it. Trash. Trash is a Smash Wii U mod that makes every character have more buffs. It's mainly meant to be a somewhat silly Smash mod. Black Van Sign. Within the 1-at stage, there is a sign that says, "Caution, a black van driven by this guy has been spotted racing recklessly through the town. Be careful." This is referring to a black van that will occasionally pass by, which in Earthbound was originally the van of a jazz band called the Runaway Five. IDJ. An IDJ is a type of tech in Smash Ultimate where a player would be able to do a double jump quickly as possible after a normal jump. Edge canceling. Edge canceling is a type of tech in Melee where a player can have their character slide off a ledge during either landing lag or a special move, which will allow the player to quickly do a different move. Shorten victory themes. In Smash Ultimate, some character victory themes were made shorter, such as Yoshi's and Ice Climber's victory themes. Chrom had the wrong victory theme. When Smash Ultimate was first released, Chrom had the same typical Fire Emblem victory theme like what Marth, Roy, and Ike has, despite Lucina and Robin having their own victory theme based on Fire Emblem Awakening, which is a game that Chrom originates from.
Anything can change!
The victory theme for Chrom was eventually changed to the Awakening one in version 3.0 of the game.
Anything can change!
Mashing out of Kirby's throws. In Melee, players can actually mash out of Kirby's own throws, specifically his forward and back throws. Brawl theme lyrics. The main theme of Smash Bros. Brawl has vocals that are entirely in Latin. Translations of these lyrics can be seen at the end of Subspace Emissary. Little Mac down air recovery. In Smash Ultimate, Little Mac's down air can be used to boost himself a little within the air. Kirby Air Ride inspired Smash Run. The mode Smash Run is generally based on the Kirby Air Ride mode City Trial, through it having to make 4 players gain as many powers as possible within an open level before being put into a match with the same powers that were gained. Certain assist trophies not spawning on certain stages. In Smash Ultimate, some assist trophies won't appear on some stages. Some of them won't appear due to the size of the stage, while some won't appear for clever reasons, such as Alucard not being able to appear on the Wii Fit Studio stage due to vampires not being able to see through mirrors like within the background of the stage. Smash Bros. Dojo. The Smash Bros. Dojo was a website for Smash Bros. Brawl that originally would reveal some stuff within the game before its release, such as characters, stages, and items. The site had pages for each of these things with a description and some in-game images. Brawl hacks besides Project M. There are several other known brawl hacks that have been made besides Project M. These hacks include Brawl Minus, which is a hack that makes characters more buffed and overpowered, Smash Infinite, which adds so many modded characters and costumes, and Project Plus, which is meant to be a successor to Project M. Project M died for this. In the game Doki Doki Literature Club, there is a message that sometimes appears when the game is loading that says, PM died for this. PM obviously means Project M. This was likely included due to how the game's creator, Dan Salvato, was originally a competitive player for Project M. Nintendo tried to shut down Melee at EVO 2013. Within EVO 2013, Nintendo tried to ban any streaming of Melee 3 days before the tournament was set to start. This caused a whole lot of backlash from fans that Nintendo decided to not ban Melee from EVO 2013. Dave's Stupid Rule. Dave's Stupid Rule is a rule within competitive Smash where players who win a match can't pick the same stage that they won in. Smash Bros. Takes place in a child's imagination. It's been theorized for a long time that the Smash series is all within a child's mind through how the characters first appear as toys within a bedroom at the start of Smash 64's opening. This detail would mean that the series' general final boss, Master Han, is a kid who is making these characters fight. Roy and Ryu leaks. Through the Smash 4 update that added Mewtwo, people were able to data mine the update to find data that lists the victory themes for the characters Roy and Ryu from Street Fighter. Much later, when there was going to be a Smash 4 DLC Direct for E3, DLC content that included Roy and Ryu were leaked and having their ending videos posted online, and then having gameplay of them leaked within live streams. This all occurred less than a day before the E3 Smash Direct, which did officially reveal Roy and Ryu. Melee PAL Edition. The PAL version of Melee actually has some changes compared to the other regional versions of the game since it was released much later. This version includes some changes in character moves compared to how they are in earlier regional releases of the game. Z-axis. Z-axis refers to how the characters are coded as if they are in 3D, despite the game being in 2D. With this, a character could do an attack that looks like it should hit the other opponent, but doesn't because of how the attack goes through the character. Certain stages removing the Z-axis. Some stages, mostly the flat stages, don't use Z-axis within them. Piranha Plant's Footstool Counterattack. In Smash Ultimate, if you footstool on Piranha Plant, he will actually do a counterattack on the other player. Piranha Plant is the only character that can do this. Piranha Plant Save File Corruption Glitch. When Piranha Plant was released, some players managed to corrupt their save file when playing as Piranha Plant in All-Star Smash. It was later found out that the cause of this was due to using a particular micro SD card on the Switch. Roy's Pool Noodle. This is what people refers to Roy's sword attacks in Melee due to how they only do more damage when a player is hit by the base of it. Super Wave Dash. The Super Wave Dash is a type of wave dash that can be only done by Samus in Melee. It can be done by when the player makes Samus do her down special bomb attack on the side of the stage, and then right when she hits the ground, the player quickly moves the analog stick away from the stage and then to the opposite side, which will cause Samus to do a long slide across the stage. Super Size Glitch. In Smash 3DS, there was originally a glitch that can be done in Multi-Man Smash as Yoshi, where if you keep performing Yoshi's neutral special on the giant Yoshi, it will keep getting bigger. This glitch was eventually fixed in later patches of the game. All-Star Mode was lifted from Kirby's Arena. It's likely that All-Star Mode, which was introduced in Melee, is based on the Arena mode from Kirby Superstar. In that mode, you would have to beat the game's bosses in under one life and with limited health resources, which is much like how you have to fight through all the characters within one life and with limited health resources in All-Star mode. Melee All-Star Rest Area samples Kirby Superstar. The music for the All-Star Rest Area in Melee seems to be a remix of the music that plays in the rest areas from Kirby Superstar. Killager. Killager was a nickname given to the villager around the time that he was revealed for Smash 4. Fans have called him this due to how he looked to be always smiling while also having some murderous weapons with him such as a shovel and an axe. SNK Copyright Leak. On September 1st, 2019, the Nintendo of Europe website had a page that was added for Challenger Pack 4 for the first Fighter Pass. People have noticed that the page has a copyright for the SNK Corporation, which meant that an SNK character was going to be the next fighter that was going to be added. 3 days later, a Nintendo Direct premiered and revealed that the next fighter is Terry from SNK. Disney Music Leak. On July 30th, 2021, An anonymous user on 4chan said that Sora will drop on October 5th. Later that same day, another anonymous user says similar information, except they said that they worked for Disney Music and that Nintendo called to request the rights to several tracks from Kingdom Hearts to use in a digital event on October 5th, the same date that was said before. These posts became more viewed when a final Smash presentation was announced to premiere on October 5th, and when the presentation finally premiered, Sora was indeed the last character revealed. Lucina, Dark Pit, and Dr. Mario were originally costumes. Sakurai has said before that the Smash 4 clone characters Lucina, Dark Pit, and Dr. Mario were originally alternate costumes. They were instead made into their own fighters because of how they are partially designed differently from their counterparts and have very different attacks. The Sacred Combo. The Sacred Combo is a combo that is specifically done by Captain Falcon through hitting an opponent off the stage with his forward air called the Knee of Justice, and then follow up the move with a timed Falcon Punch. Wario's Bloating Stomach. Throughout the Smash titles that Wario is in, he would have his stomach slowly bloating until he glows when his down special isn't used early. Inkling Stamina KO Ghost. When Inkling is beaten in a stamina match, they will explode with a squid ghost flying away. This is a reference to how the Inklings die within the Splatoon series. Smash 64 Skeletons. When fighters are electrocuted by Pikachu's attacks in Smash 4, they can actually turn into skeletons. Rob's aerial smash attacks. Robin uses two different swords, being the Bronze Sword and the Levin Sword. Robin will change from his Bronze Sword to his Levin Sword through doing any smash attack. With this, Robin now mainly wields his Levin Sword and can use it in his aerial attacks, which makes them act more like aerial smash attacks. Heihachi considered for Smash 4. Sakurai has said before that the Tekken character Heihachi was considered to being added as a playable fighter to Smash 4, but he couldn't figure out how to implement his movement into the game. Heihachi was instead added into Smash 4 and then Ultimate as a Mii costume. Grotesque Steve. Grotesque Steve is an ugly version of Steve from Minecraft that was first used on 4chan around October of 2018 as a way to support Steve being in Smash. It was used to make fun of other characters that people wanted in Smash. Now let's move on to the next layer of the iceberg, titled Northern Cave. Hero's temporary ban. Around the time Hero was newly released, people have felt that the character should have been banned from competitive play due to his command selection down special being completely random. This sparked the French Smash tournament organized by Nintendo of France around late September to actually ban Hero from the tournament. There was some backlash from this, which made the ban be removed 2 days later. Mr. Game & Watch is a 3D model. Mr. Game & Watch in every Smash title he's in is always been seen as being a 2D character, but actually he is supposed to be a 3D model that is given the same 2D effect that all the characters get within the Flat Zone stages. Mr. Game & Watch Racism. Before Smash Ultimate was released, some people noticed that Mr. Game & Watch's side smash makes him turn into a character from the Game & Watch game Fire Attack that is supposed to be a Native American with it having a feather on him. Some people had an outcry over this, seeing the look of the character within the move as offensive, which made the feather on Mr. Game & Watch be removed from within the final game. Sora's reveal date was intentionally placed on Nick All-Star Brawl's release date. The day in which Sora was revealed on October 5th was also the same day in which the Smash Bros.-esque game Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl was going to be released. Some people thought that the character reveal was done on this day to intentionally take away attention from Nick All-Stars. This is likely not true since based on the Sora leaks from before, the date was planned as early as within July, while Nick All-Star Brawl's release date was revealed around a month before the game was released. Battle damage. Sakurai has stated before that Brawl was originally going to have battle damage on some characters like Captain Falcon, but wasn't implemented because of the lack of time in development. Some of the battle damage textures on characters such as Meta Knight and Captain Falcon can be found within Brawl's data. The purple and yellow chairs. When people looked into the Smash Direct from August 8th, 2018, people noticed that some chairs that are purple and yellow within the background from when Sakurai is on screen. Some people started to think that these chairs were meant to hint of a character being added to the game, specifically Skull Kid since he has two fairies that are purple and yellow. And also the last Direct from before had a barrel in the background that might have originally been a hint towards King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. This theory turned out to not be true when the next Smash Direct came out, revealing the remaining newcomers and had Skull Kid be listed as an assist trophy like he was in Smash 4 within the Smash Ultimate website. Gamatsu leaks. The Gamatsu leaks were a series of character leaks from Smash 4 that were made by a person named Sal Romano from the website Gamatsu. The leaker had a first set of character rumors before E3 2013 that included the Animal Crossing guy, meaning the villager, Mega Man, the female Wii Fit trainer, Little Mac, the Mii's, and Pac-Man, which all turned out to be new fighters within the game. A few hours before the April 2014 Smash Direct, the same person ended up rumoring more characters to be added that included Shulk, Palutena, Chrom, the Chorus Kids, and a Pokemon from X and Y. For the last set of characters rumored, only some of the characters ended up being fighters in the game, while two other characters ended up not being playable, but there is some evidence that supports them being characters that were originally considered, and the Gamatsu leaks were real but just outdated. Bloody Tears accidental leak. On the night before the August 8th Smash Ultimate Direct that would reveal Simon and Richter, there was an error where the music track that was previously added last week, which was the Galaga medley, had the name changed to Bloody Tears / Monster Dance. This made people who noticed this the day before think that a Castlevania character was going to be revealed within the August 8th Smash Direct, which they were right about, but probably didn't think that there were going to be two Castlevania characters revealed. Black Hole Glitch. The Black Hole Glitch is a glitch in Melee that is done under certain conditions that includes having 4 players with 1 being Peach and 2 being either Fox or Falco. First, 1 player has to have a Super Scope and activate the infinite Super Scope glitch that will make the Super Scope item not run out. Then the player has to shoot with the infinite Super Scope through 2 reflecting Foxes or Falcos. Lastly, the Peach player would have to constantly throw vegetable items up the air to hit the reflected shots, which would then create a black hole of sorts that any other player who touches it will be hit with a ton of damage. Steve's Stake Victory Screen Innuendo. When Steve was first released as DLC in Smash Ultimate, one of his victory poses was him eating up a pork chop meat which stays in his hand after he finishes eating. People saw this and made some dirty jokes about it, which actually made there be a patch that changes the victory pose to have Steve eat up the entire pork chop. Ditto in Melee. Ditto was originally meant to be a Pokeball Pokemon in Melee when his model and animation was found in the game's data. It seems that it was originally going to transform into a copy of the player who spawned it. Ditto was finally added as a Pokeball Pokemon in Smash Ultimate, with it doing the same copy ability as intended. Fourside is based on Moonside. The Fourside stage in both Melee and Ultimate seems to be based on the Moonside variant of the city from the original Earthbound. The Fourside stage is generally set at night with some brightly colored buildings, like how Moonside in Earthbound was mostly dark with some neon colored buildings, and the stage also has a moon as in Moonside within the background. Butter building in Melee's intro. A part of Melee's opening theme actually sounds similar to the butter building theme from Kirby's Adventure. Smash 64 Unused Stages. Smash 64 has two unused stages that look similar to the Dreamland stage, with one that has 3 center platforms and the other with some randomly placed platforms, including an irregularly shaped platform. Test. Test is an unused stage in Melee that can be accessed through an Action Replay debug menu. It's a stage that has untextured platforms and uses a background from a coffee shop that was originally around called Cafe Verona in Palo Alto, California. Melee Trophy References. In Melee, there are some trophies that have a texture that is meant to be a reflection of something. Two major examples of a reflection of sorts includes the Metal Mario Trophy having a reflection of the Yoshi's Island stage, and the Metroid Trophy having a reflection of the title screen of Super Metroid. Reverting to Smash 4 idle animations in Smash Ultimate. In Smash Ultimate, some characters will change to the Smash 4 idle animation when picking up an item. Characters who do this, for example, include Marth and Pit, going back to their idle animations from Smash 4. Motion Sensor Bomb was originally from GoldenEye. When the Motion Sensor Bomb item was originally introduced in Melee, the trophy description of it had it only list Top Secret in the North American release of the game. That's because the item is actually supposed to be originally from the game GoldenEye 007, which was a game developed by Rareware, which was originally part of Nintendo. The Motion Sensor Bomb has still been in Smash ever since, and has been considered in-game as an original item from the series. Bowser's Broken Down Throw in Melee. Bowser's down throw in Melee does not take damage on certain characters, being Jigglypuff and Mr. Game & Watch, when used on them. Playing as Master Hand. There is a glitch that can be performed in Melee that will allow a player to play as Master Hand. First, the player would have to use the third slot on the character select screen and use a single letter name entry. Then, the player has to hold the A and B buttons in a particular way multiple times to end up being on the stage select screen, where going on any stage now will make the third player be Master Hand. Pikaman or Longchew. Pikaman is a name given to a version of Pikachu who has his moveset swapped with Ganondorf's through some hacks in Brawl. Why aren't certain characters Echo Fighters? Some people seem to have questioned why some other fighters in Smash Ultimate, such as Dr. Mario and Pichu, are not Echo Fighters. Honestly, I do sort of find the qualifications of an Echo Fighter to be confusing. American and Japanese version differences for Smash 64. Smash 64 has more differences between the American and Japanese versions that are more than just name and voice differences. The Japanese version of the game actually had the characters play more different than how they are in the American version of the game. Censored DK Rap. When the DK Rap from Donkey Kong 64 was remixed for the Congo Jungle stage in Melee, it censored one line of the vocals that was originally said within the Chunky Kong verse of the song.
Things move slow, he can't jump high, but this cause one hell of a
He moves slow, he can jump high, but this cause one heck of a guy.
Master Hand Bleeds. In Brawl, there is a Subspace Emissary cutscene where Ganondorf tries to attack Taboo, who has Master Hand attached to some chains, but is knocked out and causes Master Hand to be pushed out of the chains, which causes him to have blood marks around him. Being banned for a century. There used to be a glitch in Smash 3DS where players will end up getting an online ban that lasts over 136 years. Forward-facing glitch. There was originally a forward-facing glitch that can be done with a character that clings on walls in Smash Ultimate. To originally be able to do this, you had to have a stage builder stage with a spring next to a wall and have a character wall cling as they are falling down from a spring next to the wall in order to make them be forward facing. This glitch was eventually patched out. Lloyd Jacket. Lloyd Jacket was a glitch that could originally be done with the villager in their side special, the Lloyd Rocket. To do this, the player would have to do a short jump followed by a quick crouch, then activate the Lloyd Rocket special, which will become stuck to the villager. This glitch was eventually patched out. Mushroom Kingdom Danger Signs. In Smash 64's Mushroom Kingdom stage, there are actually signs on the sides of the walk-offs that say danger on them off-screen. There is also the same type of signs in Melee's Mushroom Kingdom stage. Rice Ball hidden in 1-at. Within the 1-at stage in Melee and Brawl, there is a hidden rice ball behind a set of flowers. This hidden rice ball was removed in Smash Wii U and Ultimate. Pyramid Faces. In Brawl, every time you load up Subspace Emissary, the faces for the pyramid enemies will change. They can change into 20 different faces. Undead Glitch. The Undead Glitch is a glitch that can originally be done in Brawl and Smash 4, where a character with 1 HP who is in their final Smash transformation form, such as Giga Bowser or Wario Man, will suddenly have 0 HP after the transformation is over. The player with 0 HP can still die from a hit. Ultimate was modded before it was released. Honestly, I couldn't find any concrete information about this entry, but it seems that Smash Ultimate was able to be modded before it was released, possibly when it got released early in Mexico. Peach Target Test Speedrun. Peach's target test in Melee, who used to originally have been greatly speedrunned due to how fast players can be in beating it. The world record time is 9 seconds and 530 milliseconds, a time that seems to be hard to get on this target test. Screen tilting. In Melee and Brawl, you are able to tilt the screen within the menus, by using the C-stick on the GameCube controller. Smash casually spoils multiple series. Smash seems to sometimes spoil other game series, such as with how in Brawl they made Porky from Mother 3 be a boss, or how in Ultimate they included Mecha Fiora within Shulk's final Smash. Lucario and Goku share a voice actor. It is true that Lucario in Smash and Goku from Dragon Ball have the same voice actor, who is Sean Shamil. Incineroar and Heihachi share a voice actor. It is also true that Incineroar in Smash and Heihachi from Tekken, specifically Tekken 7, have the same voice actor, who is Unsho Ishizuka. Vectoring. Vectoring is a tech-based glitch that could originally be done when playing as Wario in Smash 3DS. In order to do the glitch, the Wario player would have to get hit with a hit stun while holding up on the circle pad until right before the hit stun ends. Following that, the player can move Wario into a certain direction within the air. This glitch with Wario was eventually patched out within Smash 3DS. Photorealistic Substitute Doll. In Smash 4, Greninja's down special called Substitute would have one of the objects to appear within the special to be a substitute doll. The substitute doll had a very realistic texture that made it look somewhat like a photorealistic doll. HUD mistakes in Ultimate. In Ultimate, there are some character portraits that will stick out from their UI box, while other characters don't seem to really stick out as much. Concert leak. On January 8th, 2021, there was a leak on 4chan that supposedly said that Nintendo was planning a 3-hour-long concert that includes a music track that represents every fighter within the game, including all the DLC fighters. The leak lists a whole bunch of music tracks, including 3 music tracks that were likely meant to be for the last 3 fighters that haven't been revealed yet at the time. These 3 tracks were Counterattack in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Insanity Beach from Crash Bandicoot, and a Proof of a Hero from Monster Hunter. This leak got more traction when it basically predicted that the next fighter was an Xenoblade 2 character being Pyra and Mythra, which possibly meant that the last 2 fighters would be Crash and a Monster Hunter. But eventually through the Pyra and Mythra character presentation, it did reveal Counterattack as one of the music tracks that was added, but also revealed some Monster Hunter Mii costumes being added, which made the leak be deemed fake. Unused spirits. In Smash Ultimate, there are 114 spirit battles that went unused for some of the spirits within the game. Some of these spirit battles do have a specific character with abilities and a particular stage for them, but most of the spirit battles just have Mario and a battlefield as their default character and stage. Pokemon Trainer unused animations. Within Brawl's data, there were some unused animations found for the Pokemon Trainer that have him jumping, falling, and landing. These animations were likely going to be used when going through the Subspace Emissary as the Pokemon Trainer Pokemon, but they decided to make the trainer teleport through the levels. Joker render leaked by Best Buy. On March 31st, 2019, the Best Buy website accidentally added an ad of the Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass that featured the official render of Joker a few weeks before the character was fully out. This ad was taken down the next day. Alfonso, Leave It to Me. Smash 3DS introduced a stage that will have Toon Link within the background be replaced with Alfonso if Link or Toon Link are selected as fighters within the stage. When this was first revealed within a Sakurai Miiverse post, it sparked a meme where any character who is within a stage is made playable, they will be replaced with Alfonso. Labo VR support. Smash Ultimate was given Labo VR compatibility through a version 3.1 update that would allow you to see certain stages with active fighters using Labo VR goggles. Unused World of Light maps. There are some unused World of Light maps that were found within Smash Ultimate's data. This includes a map called Pipe Tower that includes a Mario Warpipe and a bunch of owl statues along with the Mario 1 Ground theme remix from Brawl playing in the background, which suggests that there was going to be a Mario themed area within World of Light. There were other two World of Light maps found being Big Bottle and Magma Base. Incineroar's Guzma Squat. In Smash Ultimate, if it takes too long for Incineroar to hit a fighter with his side special, he will do Guzma Squat from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Clone characters are free. This entry might be based on how Sakurai has said before that clone fighters don't take much development time to make for the game. Smashing Live. Smashing Live is the name of an official orchestrated album for Smash Bros. Melee. The album consists of 15 different orchestral tracks, with some of them being medleys of different tracks from the game. Sans Mihan Change. Around April of 2020, Sakurai showed an image of his Twitter of an early design of Sans Mi costume that had separate fingers within its left hand. This was changed because Toby Fox wanted his hand to be more mitten-like. Roy instantly killing Jigglypuff. In Melee, if Roy does a reverse up special on Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff will get an instant KO. Mr. Game & Watch in Melee is unfinished. It seems that the character Mr. Game & Watch is unfinished in Melee. People seem to think that this is likely due to how some of his aerials aren't able to be L cancelled, and how he is able to carry items that can't normally be carried. Extended Grapple. An extended grapple is a glitch in Melee that can be done by Samus. To do this, you will have to press Z, then move up, down, and up on the control pad, followed by pressing Z again, which will make Samus' grapple beam extend more than how it is usually. Mewtwo's Japanese voice. Within the Smash titles that Mewtwo is in, he has full-on Japanese voice lines within his victory screens that can only be heard in the Japanese versions of Melee, Smash 4, and Ultimate.
私はなぜここにいるのか。愚かな。
Distant Planets Smash Soda Can. In Brawl, there is a soda can in the bottom center of the Distant Planet stage that has a Smash logo on it. Perfect Dark items. Smash Bros. Melee originally introduced two items, being the Motion Sensor Bomb and the Cloaking Device. These two items are supposed to be from the rare title Perfect Dark, and they are listed as being from that game on their trophy page within the international release of the game. Idle animation sounds. In Smash Ultimate, there are some characters that make sound through their idle animations, such as Mega Man, Ridley, and Banjo and Kazooie. Piranha Plant's gender misconception. People had originally thought that the fighter Piranha Plant was supposed to be female. People thought of this with how within Palutena's guidance for Piranha Plant, Palutena says,
Not so loud, she'll hear you.
This is actually meant to be referring to the character Validity, since she would appear later into the guidance to talk a lot about how many types of Piranha Plants she knows of. Piranha Plant unused renders. There is a render of Piranha Plant that has him with a green pipe instead of a brown pot that went unused. The green pipe is the same looking green pipe that is used for his second costume. DK's Tie Hurt Box. Throughout almost all the Smash titles, Donkey Kong has a hurt box around his tie. This has annoyed some players who were playing as Donkey Kong. Super Smashing Fighters. In the game Deltarune, when asked Toriel about Azrael near the end of the game, she talks about how the player and Azrael used to like playing a game called Super Smashing Fighters, and that Azrael loved the Green Wizard character from it. The name is obviously meant to be a reference to Super Smash Bros. With the Green Wizard being Yoshi. Funnily enough, this game came out a year before the Mii costume of Sans from Undertale and Deltarune was added. Super Smash Sisters. Super Smash Sisters is a concept that some Smash fans have thought of that would be a Smash game but with an entirely female cast of characters. This fan name actually became the name of a particular spirit event for Smash Ultimate. Omni-Gay. Omni-Gay is a type attack that can be done in match doubles when one team member is Snake and the other is either Kirby or Meta Knight. To do this tech, the Snake player would have to place C4 on the other team member who is Kirby or Meta Knight. Then the other team member has to grab and up throw an opposing player to reach the top of the screen to actually have Snake detonate the C4 to hit the opponent and blast out of the stage. The tech is named after the Smash player and then known YouTuber Omni. The Negative Zone Origins. The character Luigi originally used to have a final smash in Brawl called the Negative Zone. Apparently, according to the trophy description for the final smash, it is meant to be a reflection of the dark side embraced in his brother's shadow. Rob in Port Town Aerodive. Within the Port Town Aerodive stage, a giant Rob appears within the background of the stage. This giant Rob also appeared in the original racetrack from F-Zero GX. Kirby Spinning Hammer in Brawl trailer. Within the original first trailer for Brawl, Kirby's old spinning hammer attack from Melee can be seen for a second. Min Min chosen over Ninjara. After Min Min was revealed as a DLC fighter, Sakurai had stated before that he had narrowed the choices for what arms rep was going to be added. He mainly decided on either Ninjara or Min Min, but the lead arms producer Kosuke Yabuki requested that Min Min be the arms rep that is added because of her being his favorite character from the game. Ninjara was added as a Mii costume released alongside Min Min. Nintendo franchises without spirits. In Smash Ultimate, there are so many Nintendo franchises that are represented through different spirits, but there are several Nintendo franchises that don't have spirits based on them. Such Nintendo franchises that are missing include Star Tropics and Darshan the Giant. Power taught Ness new PSI abilities. Within the Smash series, Ness has had attacks such as PK Fire, PK Thunder, and PK Starstorm, which is his final smash. In the original Earthbound, only the characters Power and Pooh were able to do these attacks. This could mean that within the Smash canon, Power and Pooh have taught Ness these moves, which could likely be the case since the PK Starstorm trophies in both Brawl and Smash Wii U did allude that Pooh had taught Ness PK Starstorm, therefore he and maybe Power most likely also had taught Ness the other moves. Ultimate E3 Demo Costumes. In the Smash Ultimate E3 Demo, there were some alternate character costumes that looked different compared to how they ended up looking in the final game. Such alternate costumes that look different include some of the Ice Climber alts and the Villager and Pokemon Trainer alts that will change to have a different skin tone. There were also 2 Ridley color alts that will change to be the Meta Ridley alternate costumes. The last of his kind. Rob has a boxing ring title from the boxing ring stage that says the last of his kind. This is meant to refer to how he was originally the only Rob that wasn't destroyed by the end of Brawl's Subspace Emissary. Sonic Taunt Change. In Brawl, Sonic's side taunt had him say the line,
You're too slow!
In Smash 4, his line changed to
Sonic Speed!
This is obviously because of how Sonic's voice actor went from being Jason Griffith to Roger Craig Smith since 2010, before Smash 4. Sakurai holding up 3 fingers. On the thumbnail for the Mr. Sakurai Presents Byleth presentation, Sakurai is holding up 3 fingers. This is taken from within the video where Sakurai is counting to 17 Fire Emblem games in binary while giving hand gestures, which the 17th one had him holding up 3 fingers as in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Funnily enough, this frame of Sakurai was used when the same presentation was first announced, and had some people thought that the hand gesture was meant to refer to Fire Emblem 3 Houses, but most people definitely didn't think that the next fighter was going to be a Fire Emblem rep. Playing on the victory screen. For looking into Smash Ultimate's data, there was a fully playable version of the victory screen that was found. Playing on the Spirit Gun stage. Also through looking into Smash Ultimate's data, there was a fully playable version of the Spirit Gun stage from Spirits Mode found. This unplayable stage even includes the Spirit Gun as an item that is able to instantly kill an opponent. Bigman. Bigman is a glitch that could originally be done by Olimar in Smash Ultimate, where if Olimar throws his Pikmin at the Mother Brain assist trophy as it's growing big, the Pikmin themselves will also grow big. Unused Subspace Emissary enemies. For looking into Brawl's data, there were file names of different Subspace Emissary enemies that went unused. This includes some Kirby and Mario enemies such as Blade Knight, Bonkers, Bronto Bert, Dry Bones, and Buzzy Beetle. Along with those enemies, there were also names of possible original enemies that also went unused. Marth's Headshot. In Smash Ultimate, Marth is able to do more damage on an opponent by having his Shield Breaker attack hit the opponent's head when having the attack tilted up. Donkey Kong's up special is immune to wind boxes. In Smash Ultimate, Donkey Kong's up special can go through any wind box based attacks such as Mario's Flood move and the wind coming from the Gust Bellows item. Ocarina of Time Ganondorf never canonically used a sword. In Melee and Ultimate, Ganondorf is shown to have a sword of his own. This sword was actually never used by Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time or any canonical Zelda media at all. This sword was instead pulled from a GameCube Zelda tech demo from the Nintendo Space World event in 2000. The Super Mario Maker stage is impossible. This refers to how the Super Mario Maker stage introduced in Smash 4 has elements that don't exist in the original Super Mario Maker. This includes such elements as having tilted platforms and lava pits despite the stage being set within the ground level theme. Now let's move on to the next layer of the iceberg, titled Pyrosphere.